Heaven's California.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to do my CFL Week 9 predictions. For Week 10, wait a second, 2, 4, there's 5 games? Never mind, okay. So there's only 4 games this week. I'm on call with friends, so if you hear them, just ignore them. They didn't want me to leave, so I was like, okay. I know, y'all love me, right? Anyway, so let me go back to the week that... So this week I was not perfect. I'll just spread it right now. I was not perfect. It was not a perfect week. I'll go with it. So Edmonton facing Ottawa. So I remember, I'm not going to make this too long because it's like 12:30 in the morning. So I just need to get this done because I don't forget. And then I actually have a video uploading old right now, but it's taking like 20 years. Yeah, so basically I chose Edmonton over Ottawa because like Ottawa is struggling. They are at home, but then I thought Edmonton's like really good at closing out games. Not especially on the road, but like they're pretty good in just closing out games in general. And I was right, 1-0. They were able to win 27-20. So I was like, yes, bitch. So yeah, I was 1-0 in CFL Pick'em. So 9 straight wins at that point. Then the Toronto Argonauts went to Montreal, and I did choose Montreal because I was thinking Toronto. You can probably hear them. Okay. Put them in a bunch of laundry. So if you're watching this, yeah, I just put you guys in the laundry. So yeah, the Argos went to Montreal, and I did think that Toronto could win. I think I chose Toronto originally, but then I changed it to Montreal because Montreal is the home team, and plus they are better at home this year. And plus they did beat Calgary at home, so I thought, you know what, I think they'll win. And they did win 21-9, so at that point I was 2-0 on this week, and 10 straight wins. From this part, it went downhill. So I did choose Hamilton, and if you know that, and if you know the score, well then you already know that my streak has been broken, so 10 straight wins has gone down the toilet. I chose Hamilton because I thought Hamilton would come out strong. I thought this was the start of a 3-game homestand. I thought they would come out strong. I thought they would win for me. But then they sucked. I mean, they did try and stuff, but I mean, they lost 39-12. That's like, how many points? Do the math. 27 points I think they lost by. Plus, that's also at home. So now I'm like really stuck with what to choose next week, but you'll see why. But, so, Ticats lost 39-12, and that was the end of my winning streak. I did want to choose Winnipeg. I did have Winnipeg chosen at first, but then I was like, you know what? Hamilton will be able to pull it out. I was obviously fucking wrong. So, 2-1 on CFL Pick'em, still not bad. And then I looked to be 3-1, which is still not bad, on CFL Pick'em after the Lions went to Saskatchewan to play the Rough Riders. I did choose the Lions, and that turned out to be an embarrassment because Saskatchewan beat BC in Saskatchewan 41-8. No one expected this. Well, I didn't expect it. I expected it to be closer, but I expected BC to like still come out with the win, if you know what I mean. Because like they did win before, and I didn't, and I knew the game was in Saskatchewan, so I did like kind of consider that. But I thought, you know what, if I choose Saskatchewan, BC's gonna crush them. But no, the opposite happened. I chose BC, and then Saskatchewan crushed them, which I did not see happening. But congrats to them for getting a nice home win. 41-8, pretty convincing. So pretty good. So I finished 2-2 on the week, 2 straight losses, but prior to that, 10 straight wins. So my record on CFL Pick'em right now is, if it loads, it did load, 23-9. So my average is 72%, not bad at all. 4,932 points. My streak points is 1,000, and my rank is 1,217th. So now the picks for Week 9. So Week 9 picks. So Edmonton playing the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in Winnipeg. This is another tough week for me to predict. This game is hard because like Edmonton's really good at closing out games, as I said last week, or like for Week 8. But they're playing Winnipeg in Winnipeg, and this is a really hard pick. I do have Edmonton chosen right now. I'll show you guys the pick trend. The pick trend is actually 68% towards Edmonton and only 32% towards Winnipeg. So, and I don't think that's why I chose them, but I mean, Edmonton is 7-0. They are finding ways to win on the road as well, but like I feel like if they're at home, they have a better chance to win. Plus, Winnipeg's at home, and they just beat Hamilton. Obviously, Hamilton's not good right now, so they were able to like crush them 39-12. But like at the same time, I think Edmonton can close it out. But then at the same time, I'm like, no, Winnipeg was down 12 in like 2 minutes against Montreal. They came back and won it by 41-40. So I guess it's really hard to predict this game. I might choose Edmonton. I might choose Winnipeg. For now, it's selected as Edmonton. And 2 days, just under 3 days until that game. So I may change my prediction. I probably will change it. All the picks are still towards the majority at Edmonton because they are able to close out games. But I do think Edmonton has a strong chance at getting their first loss, to be honest. If you guys want to let me know what you guys think, tell me in the comments. So I'm going to choose Edmonton for now, but I'm like 80% sure I'll change that to Winnipeg. But for now, I'm just going to keep it at Edmonton just because. The next game of the week is going to be the one that is going to be really hard to predict as well. The Ticats and the Red Blacks. I do have Ottawa chosen right now because right after the Ticat loss, I was being so dramatic and I was like, you know what? Fuck Hamilton. I went to freaking CFL pick'em. I freaking choose pick now. I chose Ottawa 100% confidence. Now that's probably going to change. If it is going to stay at Ottawa, it's going to go down to like 60% because also this game's also in Hamilton, but that didn't stop Hamilton from sucking the last game in Hamilton against freaking what's their face, Winnipeg. This is the second game of the 3-game homestand. I don't know. This is a really tough call because at some point, like even last week, I thought, you know what, Hamilton's going to dominate this game. It didn't happen. So now I don't know what's going to happen. It's either they dominate or they get dominated. It's like I don't know what the hell to choose. Like, do you know what I mean, guys? What the fuck? Do you know what I mean, guys? Like I don't know what to choose. Like I really don't. Like at the same time, I think, you know what, Hamilton will be able to, but then at the same time, I'm like, you know what, Hamilton's struggling. Like this is a really hard thing to choose because this is Ottawa 1-6-1, I think, unless it's like 1-7-1, 1-6-1 versus 0-7, 0-7-0. So like, who the hell do you choose? You know, like the team that's like struggling with no wins at all, the one team with a win, the one team at home. I don't know who to choose. For now, I do have Ottawa selected at 100% confidence, which I'll probably change that. I might change it to Hamilton. I don't know what's going to happen. But that's the game. Another tough-ass game. Like, this is another freaking tough-ass week. I may go 0-4. I may lose 6 straight, but, I mean, we'll see. So, I do have those 3 out of 4 games I have already picked. The third game of the week is also... Sorry. So, Edmonton and Winnipeg is going to be on Thursday, August 17th. Ticats and Red Blacks, and then Calgary and BC is all going to be on B for Friday Night Football. The last game of the week is going to be on Saturday, which I'll get to in a second. So the Calgary Stampeders visiting the BC Lions. I really do not know. I chose Calgary because BC did lose just in Saskatchewan, and I do not think Saskatchewan's that good of a team. But I mean, obviously they like crushed them, right? So obviously they can show something, right? Plus they did get the 8 points. You know, I thought they were gonna get shut out. They got something, you know. But at the same time, the game is in BC, which makes me think that BC has a chance. But at the same time, I think that BC is a good team, but then Calgary's even better. They're both the first 2 teams in like the spot, so I don't know who the hell to choose. I really do not know who to choose. Or no, Calgary is I think second, and then BC is I think third or something. Because Edmonton is fucking first. Freaking 7-0 and freaking 0-7, some bullshit. So I have Calgary selected right now with how much confidence? Like, I actually don't know how much confidence. I put 50%. The picks are 79% towards Calgary and 21% towards BC. So I don't always choose, like, depending on the pick trend because, like, it doesn't mean they're always right. Hamilton could be chosen 100% and then the other team could win, you know what I mean? Anything's possible, especially in the CFL. Especially in the CFL. So at this point, I don't know who to choose. But for now, I have Calgary selected over BC because I do think that Calgary will be able to pull it out. But then at the same time, BC is also looking for, like, not a comeback, but, like, they want to, like, get their thing back on track. Like, you know, when someone loses, they want to get back on track. So obviously, after a big loss, they want to get back on track. And what better way and what better time to do it than at home against your, like, rivals, like the Calgary Stampeders, you know what I mean? So at the same time, it'll be a great game. It may be a close one. I don't know what to say. But I think the call ended. Did the call end? I think Nicole's still on call with me. Yeah, Nicole's still here, but I'm on mute, so she can't hear me. Sorry, Nicole, but I'll be back soon. She can't hear me. So now for the final game of the week, I'm going to try to do this fast. This is the one team I do not have. This is the one game I do not have predicted. This game is a rematch Montreal at Toronto this time instead of Toronto at Montreal. So at the same time now, I think that Toronto will win because they are in front of their fans. Montreal is on the road now, and I think Montreal's a lot worse on the road. I'm making a lot of hand gestures, but you can't even see them. But yeah, so let me check the pick trend because that's what I always choose. I don't know, I'm actually kind of nervous. Watch it. 60% towards Montreal. So they're probably basing that prediction off of what happened in Montreal. But like now that Toronto's at home, I feel like they want to prove themselves, and I want to think that they can win now. So I'm gonna choose someone just so I can make a pick because this isn't a freaking prediction video if I'm not making a pick. I might. I really hope you can't hear that. But I'm gonna choose Toronto with 45% confidence for now, just so I can say I made a pick because like yeah, they're saying a prediction. I'm not gonna eat your ass, like you pervert, like bitch. Bitch, shut up, like. Ugh. I know she's just waiting for me because I don't love the call. So for this week, I chose 3 out of 4 road teams again. So once again, just to like recap, Edmonton over Winnipeg, Ottawa over Hamilton. As far as right now, like these picks will most likely be changed, and I'm probably gonna change it to Winnipeg. I'm probably gonna change the prediction to Hamilton. I don't know. It depends how I feel. I might choose the prediction from Calgary to be a BC, but that's the only one I'm pretty certain will stay at Calgary. And then Montreal and Toronto, it may very well stay at Toronto because I think Toronto will want to like prove themselves now, and they will want to get a win in their home against the team that they just lost in Montreal, right? Like they want to, like it was just a home series with Saskatchewan and BC, right? And like one apiece. So maybe Toronto will be able to win. Maybe the whole home teams will win. I don't know. But for all these games, it's really hard. Like Edmonton and Winnipeg, it's hard to say. Ottawa, like Edmonton and Winnipeg are like both good. Edmonton can close out games. Winnipeg's like really good too. Ottawa and Hamilton are both struggling. Like one has a win, one has no wins. The one team at home thinks like I think that they're gonna win, but at the same time I don't. Calgary, BC, both amazing teams. Both teams that wanna. BC wants to get back on track. Calgary wants to keep rolling. You know what I mean? And then Toronto and Montreal. Toronto wants to like get Montreal back now. You know what I mean? So like it's really hard to predict. But again, as far as right now, Edmonton, Ottawa, Calgary, and Toronto are the teams that I choose for this week. By the way, I am going to Cuba in about 10 days. Today's now the 15th. It's past 12. So I'm going to Cuba on the 25th. I'm going to Cuba in 10 days, guys. So, of course, expect no videos. Like I'm telling you right now, expect no videos from August 25th to September 1st. Maybe even till the 2nd because I'm going to get back. Probably not going to do a video. I will do another CFL video for week 10, which is going to start on August 24th. So I'm going to be able to watch that game. I actually won't be able to because I'm actually going to have to go to bed like really early on that day. And then, of course, I'm going to miss all of week 10's games. But I'll catch the highlights when I get back. And one game for week 11 I'm also going to miss. August 31st. But then after that, I'm going to be home for them like September 3rd. So for the week 10 predictions that I'm going to do before I go, if I remember, then I'm going to say my prediction for week 11 for the first game of week 11 because I'm going to be back. And then when I come back, I'll do, yeah. So I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I put my Instagram back to private, and I put my Snapchat back to private. So that's why I'm not putting my social medias down below anymore. Just because, like, I've seen whole horror stories, and now I'm kind of like, you know what, I'm going to put it back on private. So Nicole's probably going to kill me for taking 20 years. But once again, guys, I hope you like this video. Again, I'm going to Cuba. Wish me luck because I'm nervous for the plane ride. Not going to have Wi-Fi for a fucking week, but don't worry. I'll come back with probably a lot of stuff to show you, and I'll upload it as soon as I get back or as soon as I can. Because, of course, as soon as I get back, school's going to be starting soon, so, like, fuck. So, again, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.